Good morning once again. Welcome back. You know what day it is. It is Straight Tarot Tuesday, so today we're going to be using the Good Tarot by Colette Baron-Reid. This is a beautiful deck, despite it being hard as crap to shuffle. These cards are huge, and my hands, I don't know, they don't seem to have the stretch to really get a good handle on them. The cloth that you see here is by Wendy Williams, and her shop is Magic in Your Living Room. Check out the Etsy link down below. You can get your own little cloths and mats and everything else. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but if you purchase a mat or a cloth from her that's used for pendulums, I think she includes a pendulum. I think so. At least that's what she told me at the festival that I went to. I don't know if that's true of her Etsy shop, but I'm thinking about getting one because I just happen to have a pendulum. I'll show you some other time. I know you don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time either. I'm actually having to record this on Monday night. Kind of disappointing. I kind of like doing it the day of. But you know what? We've got Bub going psycho, which means only one thing. That means it's time to feed him, or it's about 30 minutes away, but I want to go ahead and get this in for you so that we do that. So let me just get right down to it, shall we? So I got your significator card there, and we're going to explore. We're going to do a little bit of past, present, and future. How about that? So this is all the past stuff that has influenced you. This is what's sitting in your present. And we'll have a look at what the future has in store for you, possibly. Remember that the future is not a foregone conclusion, ladies and gentlemen. If it were, you would have no agency. You would have literally no say in what it is you need to do. It's a foregone conclusion. You can just let it happen, right? You just sit on it and not worry about it. So let's see what it is. Okay, let's see who you are today. Today you are a messenger of water. I think this is supposed to be the Knight of Cups. At least it seems that way, which that would be more of a, I'm going to kind of look at that for just a minute, if you don't mind. Yes. This is definitely, yep, definitely Knight of Cups, which is that sort of romantic action. Those romantic feelings and emotions. Now, understand, romantic doesn't necessarily mean, those feelings of, you wanting to grab your partner and dance. Doesn't necessarily mean that. Remember, at one point in our history, we went from a classical view of society to a romantic view of society. The difference was, in the classical view, if, say I had a child, and this is what I did for a living, the child was expected to do this for a living. Under the romantic view of society, if this is what I did for a living, then this is what I did for a living. My son, my daughter, whoever, could, this eliminated the little guilds and things like that. They could become a blacksmith or a baker or even a glass blower if such things existed during the Renaissance. which I don't know if it did, but that is a pretty primitive skill that still comes in very handy today and is still done. So what are some of the past things that have influenced you? Starting with a nine of cups. Nine of cups, that's some happiness. So there's some happy things in your past. Six of water. This comes post 5, which is reflection. And finally, this 8 of swords, 8 of air, if you will. This one, the story I'm seeing here is that there was happiness. There was that contentment and joy. But I can tell you one thing that happened. This seems to go in reverse, because you start happy, then you do this reflection, and suddenly it's like you overthought it. You overthought something, you overcorrected just a little, and the problems that you see seem much bigger than they are. The eight of air, or 8 of swords, is actually a sort of a good news, bad news card. The good news is this is still very possible for you. The bad news about this is your problems only seem bigger than they are. It's time to confront them. It's time to shake a little, resist a little bit. You can actually shed them far more easily than you thought. Now, in your present, you're coming from a position of strength. We really don't need to explain this card much, because it is what it is. I mean, strength is strength. Here's a 10 of cups, or in this case a 10 of water. This card reminds me of something George Carlin once said. This was on his album A Place for My Stuff, which you can go look up. And he played the role of Jesus in an interview. And during the interview, the lady interviewing asked him, is there anything you would have done differently? And he said, well, I think I would have started one of those Eastern religions like what Buddha did. Buddha's laughing, I'm on a cross. You can tell by the smile on his face, he has nothing to worry about. He's got plenty. He's got family. He's got everything he wants. And then we have the magician, the one who's mastered all the elements of his life, the one who is wise. So let's see what the future has for us right now. We have the 3 of earth. This is also the pentacles or coins. This is where your collaboration begins to pay off. We also have, it's like an 8 of cups. This is moving on. And then we have this love card, which if we look, I want to show you these two. Strength and love both feature a woman and a lion. But here's the thing, I'm not, even though this is based on Rider-Waite, I am not sure about this card. There are some cards that I do not know if they have an equivalent with Rider-Waite, so I am going to kind of look this one up. Let's have a look here. See what's going on. And here's the text of it, which sort of makes sense right now. Now, yesterday I told you every thought, or every action, every thought, and every word needed to have thought behind it. You needed to carefully consider those things. Here's what it said. Here's what the love card has to say. In all of life, there is only the illusion of separation. In fact, we are all reflections of one another. When I make choices, I tend to see things as either or. What if every choice I make is about an experience, a sharing, and an exploring? When I choose to see the unity in all things, magic abounds. Love is all around me. Spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can give and receive abundant love. So remember when I said that that romantic aspect here in the messenger wasn't necessarily about love. Well, I think it might be proving me wrong. I think so. And remember, yesterday we said that every action and every word, your speech, your deeds, everything needed to have thought behind it, because and it was more of, it seemed like a warning, but it also seemed like preparation. So we can kind of flip that coin over and have a look at it through this reading. This reading is telling us that our problems seem to be bigger than they are. But here's the good news is, in reflection, you have to remember one thing, and this comes from Jim Quick's book, Limitless. You can make mistakes, but those mistakes do not make you. Are you starting to get it? So you really can't control what others do. You really can't. You can control what you do, though. Like, I can't control this little guy for anything. So I'm just going to give him little ear scritches and chin scritches, and he's going to sit there and love on it. He's going to make that kitty face, and he's just going to relax. There we go. Like that, huh? But in any case, now I've got him looking at the cards. This isn't boding well. Okay, you want down? Down. Okay. But in this case, it seems like there is some kind of real romance, some true romance going on today. Something in your partnerships. Something in your interpersonal dealings. If you've got that special someone in your life, today is a really good day to make moves where you may otherwise be kind of overthinking them a little bit. Just know that everything does work out. Everything is actually pretty good in your love life today. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of, is your love life here. Why am I seeing your love life? In any case, today's the day. Make that move. Do that thing that makes the other one really, really happy. You're going to find both of you light up. Alright, that's pretty much everything. Remember that in your relationship, it's about collaboration, not competition. This is looking less to me like moving on and more like moving on to the next step, that next level, so that you can really get that ultimate there. Make your magic. Make it happen. But that is everything for me for today. That's everything for you for today. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed giving it. This was that bit of good news that we needed for today. It's okay to make that move. Make that move. Dance. Pull your partner into the middle of the living room and just fucking dance. If you need to set some music, go ahead. You know, make that romantic dinner, make that gesture. Because if you already got everything else, this is where you alchemize the two into one. Make that happen today. Alright. That's what I've got for you today. I hope, I know you're only viewing it on YouTube and Rumble right now. Believe me, if I could have posted it to BitChute or Clouthub or Odyssey, I would. But that's not going to happen until after I get back home from work. I had to get up super early today, so I hope you'll forgive me for the little delay there. I hope you found something worthwhile in this reading. I love you all. Don't forget to take care of yourselves and each other. And as always, my lovely people, shine on.